for today's video. It is the long-awaited Emma Chamberlain Coffee Critic video. I am really excited because I ordered this on January 5th. It is now January 30th, so it's almost been a month, and I have a lot to say about that and about that situation, but I'm not going to get into that right now. I have Emma Chamberlain Coffee, and the first thing I'm going to do is make the cold brew for you guys so we can try it out exactly the way that she makes it with our nut pod creamer and our almond vanilla milk. So I'm gonna make the cold brew, and then I actually ordered a mug as well. So let's open the mug. I feel like no one has reviewed the mug yet, so I definitely wanted to get a mug to review it. And so after we make the cold brew, we are going to actually make some hot coffee with it as well, and we're going to try it my favorite way to drink coffee and her favorite way to drink coffee. We're going to do a review, and we are going to see if this coffee is worth it or not. So let's do it. So upon further investigation, I did realize that the reason why my coffee box smelled so much like coffee is because a few of the bags are actually opened already. Like this one right here is opened. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, and I'm honestly gonna blame it on shipping because the box itself is pretty damaged. So I don't know if it's because of that or if it's just carelessness. I'm not really sure. But yeah, so we're gonna make this coffee, and then we're gonna sit down and chat about the coffee while I go on a little rant about some of the reviews I've seen about this coffee. So let's do it. All right, guys, let's go ahead and make the cold brew right now. So what we're gonna do is we are taking a mason jar, because let me just say really quickly that I have watched so many reviews on how to make her coffee, and I have to say I'm pretty irritated with a lot of them because they're reviewing her coffee and they're not doing it right, or they're like for example, instead of using 3 tea bags, they're using 1. Guys, let's give her a fair chance, okay? I am actually not Emma. Oh, you know, let me get water. Okay, I am actually not an Emma Chamberlain fan. I know. I don't have anything against her. I don't watch her videos. I don't. I never really have, and that's nothing against her. I don't watch them. I just don't. So when I found out that she was coming out with coffee, I thought that it was a great idea, and I thought I should try it out. Let me get tea bags. Coffee bags. So let's talk about these coffee bags really quickly. Yes, I do think they're cute. We all know that they're cute, but they are compostable, which is pretty cool. And I feel like no one goes over like what the notes are. Tasting notes of chocolate, cherry, and nuts, which is not super common, but not uncommon for coffee to have chocolate notes in it or cherry. A nut note is different, so we'll see. But I am going to read the back for you guys, because one thing that was irritating me when I was watching reviews is that no one was reading what was on the bag, and I wanted to know. So it says just add water, submerge, saturate, and steep. Leave steep bag and cup or until preferred taste. Drink after 5+ minutes. So you dunk the bag for 15 seconds before you leave it in. And I filled the cup with 600 fluid ounces of water. It's a medium roast, okay? So it's nitro sealed. Some of it. The origins of it are Colombia, Guatemala, and Nicaragua. But, oh, this bag is open too. Okay, well, anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and make this coffee right now. All right, so open. It smells really good, actually. I'm gonna have to agree with her. I really like the smell of it. This is what the bag looks like, and, you know, it does look like a tea bag. Okay, it does smell really good. I can actually smell the notes. I can smell every single note. I'm actually really impressed. Okay, so we're gonna dunk it for 15 seconds, just like it says. And while we're dunking it, I do wanna say that a lot of people think that she's really innovative for putting her coffee in bags, and I just want to point out that it's been around for a long time. Folgers does it. If you guys go camping, then you've probably dunked your fair share of coffee. Why is this not dunking? We're gonna call that good. Let's put the other ones in. So that being said, I do think it's a really good idea to make coffee like this. I don't think it's weird. I mean, I think it's really cool, but it's not new. Sorry, but it's not. So we're putting the coffee in. It smells really good, I do have to say. Okay, so we have all 3 of our bags in with 600 fluid ounces of water, and now we are going to put it in the fridge until tomorrow morning. And then I'm going to make the hot coffee, and we're gonna sit down and we're gonna have a chat. All right, guys, let's chat about Emma Chamberlain's coffee and customer service. So I actually have like 1 more minute of this steeping to reach the allotted 5-minute steeping time. I want to go over the coffee mug and what I think about the design of the coffee mug, and I want to go over the company a little bit. So I did make my cold brew, as you guys saw. It's in the fridge and I'll try it tomorrow. I want to talk about the company and why I was so irritated with how they handled things. So on January 5th, I ordered my coffee and my mug because I figured that I wanted to test out the mug and see how it holds up and everything about that as well. So placed my order, got the shipping updates and everything. About 2 weeks later, I got a notification saying that it was on the way to be picked up by USPS. So nothing happened for a while, it just stayed like that. I reached out to the company and asked where my order was and told them that I was kind of irritated that it was taking so long to come because it had been a while. And I did get a response back right away, pretty much the next day, saying that they promised my order would ship out by the end of the week because I guess what happened is they had a lot of orders of the mugs that they weren't expecting, and so they had to make more. So the customer service rep promised me that my order would be flagged and shipped out by the end of the week. It was not. So I got really irritated because at this point I was thinking, well, if you're sold out of the mugs, then you should have sent everyone who ordered the mug an email saying that it was going to take a little bit longer for them to get the mugs in and that your order would be here when it can. They didn't do that, and that's the first thing that made me irritated. The second thing that made me irritated was when I reached out 2 days ago. I reached out again asking them where my order was and why it didn't ship, even though they flagged it to ship, and I did not get a response back at all. Instead, I just got a notification 2 days later saying that it finally had shipped and would be here today. So I just feel like the way that her customer service handled it was not very well. Now, I will say that it is a new company, which we all know, and they're still figuring out how to run things. I am placing no blame whatsoever on Emma Chamberlain. I'm sure that she has no idea this is even happening, but I will say that I was not very happy when that happened because I had ordered it almost a month ago, and I mean, I paid $40 for my order, which is you know, a lot. I mean, this coffee mug was $20. That's a lot for a coffee mug, I think. Now let's talk about the coffee mug. It's just a coffee mug. There's really nothing special about it. I'm actually I thought it would be a little bit cuter than this. It's just her coffee logo, which I mean is fine. Do I think this mug is worth $20? Definitely not. I don't know if it's dishwasher safe or microwave safe because there's nothing on the mug that says that it is, and there wasn't a note that came with it saying it was, which is also a little irritating because I do sell coffee mugs also, and I always make sure to include with my coffee mugs how to carefully care for them. So that being said, this is now steeped, so let's take out the bag and let's try the coffee. All right, I'm first gonna just try the coffee plain, and then after I try it plain, I'm going to add this Nut Pod French vanilla creamer to it, and we'll try it like that. So let's give it a taste. And remember, there's chocolate, cherry, and nut notes in it. I'm not gonna lie, That's really good. I really, really like it, actually. I can actually see myself drinking this plain. Sometimes I do drink just plain coffee. I mean, I am a fan of just coffee itself. I like it with creamer. I like it plain. I like it all the ways. This is really good. So let's now go ahead and add creamer to it. I love the way that it looks when you add creamer to coffee and it just swirls up and it's so nice. I think I like it better plain, but it's still really good. So my review for this coffee would be that it does taste really good. Obviously it tastes better than a K-cup. It's good, okay? I like it a lot. I'm actually really impressed with her. I think that she did a good job. If she really did come up with this blend by herself and she really did work really hard on it like she said she did, then I think she did a great job. It's really, really good. Now, I have had coffee that's better, obviously. I've had a few coffees that I really prefer. I kind of wish that she had an option to buy the coffee as just whole bean or ground in a bag, because I would love to try this coffee French press and as a pour over to really give it a better review. But for what it is, I think that she did a really good job. I think it tastes really good. And we will see how the cold brew is tomorrow. Good morning. It's the next day and I am about to drive about an hour to go to the doctor's. Don't mind that. So I'm gonna need some caffeine before I drive because it's early. It's like 6. So let's get our cold brew out and let's give it a little try. I thought it looks kind of light in color, but I like shook out the bags a little bit and I feel like it's darker now. How Emma makes hers is she puts it in another mason jar with nut pod creamer and almond milk. So I'm gonna try it exactly the way that she recommends it because I want to give it a fair chance. And then after that, I might add my own things to it. So let's get a mason jar, let's get some ice, and let's get some cold brew. You're in the background of my video fidgeting. Okay. I'm trying Emma Chamberlain's cold brew.
Oh, what?
Emma Chamberlain's cold brew recipe.
Who's Emma Chamberlain?
She's a YouTuber who came out with her own coffee line. You want to try it after I make it her way? I'm doing her exact recipe.
You gonna sniff the notes?
I already did. They're chocolate, cherry, and nut.
You're a nut.
This is my favorite part. Oh, yeah. Can you hand me the nut pod creamer right there? It's right there. It's like, it's too early for us right now, guys. But seriously, smell this. It's like so amazing.
This person's name is Madeline.
No, she didn't come out with the creamer, she came out with the coffee. See, look. Okay, we're gonna put the creamer in. Here we go. And now...
Did you smell the notes yourself, or did you read it off the package?
No, I read it off. I wouldn't know what notes to sniff for if I didn't know what was in it. You know what I'm saying? I did not. Wait, you don't want to try it?
No.
Why?
I'm gonna get coffee when I'm at work.
Yeah, but this is cold brew, babe. Just take a sippy. A little sippy and let them know what you think. You're gonna try it before me. Can't believe he's the first one to try it. I didn't try it yet. That is her recipe that she claims that is like amazing.
Not a fan.
Anyways, guys, I honestly think that for me, the nut pod creamer is what I don't like about it, because the cold brew itself tastes really good, and obviously I drink almond milk all the time, so that's really good. But all of it mixed together is not that great. It's not a bad taste, like it doesn't taste awful, it just, to me, this does taste more like a Starbucks drink rather than a coffee shop, like a unique coffee shop drink. It just tastes too calculated to be like a normal coffee shop drink, but it does taste like something I can see myself ordering at Starbucks. So if you are a fan of Starbucks iced coffee, you would probably really like this. I mean, I'm gonna drink it. Like, it's not bad. It's just, it's not my preference. I preferred the coffee, honestly, here's my honest opinion. I preferred the coffee just by itself, plain, in hot water. Like, I just preferred steeping my coffee. Like, that's how I think it tastes the best. I'll try it again and like post on Twitter an update of what I think about it without the nut pod creamer in it. I think just the nut taste is throwing me off, and it could be the nut notes that are in the coffee, but it's good. Hey guys, editing Melissa here, and I wanted to pop on and say that I did try her cold brew with my own recipe, almond milk, and my almond milk vanilla dairy-free creamer, and I actually preferred it over what I tried with the nut pod. I really think the nut pod creamer was what I didn't like about it, but as shown in this little clip right here, this is me pouring my almond milk and my almond milk creamer into her cold brew. I do think that it was one of the best cold brews I've ever had in my life, so it was really good, and I definitely would buy it again after tasting it the way that I made it. So Emma, cheers to you and your coffee venture. From one coffee lover to another coffee lover, I can only hope to do what you're doing in the future and release my own coffee line. That would be awesome. But as far as your coffee goes, great, unique, innovative way to market coffee, to make the coffee, to have your own coffee line and not just come out with a makeup or clothing line. So cheers to you if you're watching this, which you definitely probably aren't, but if you are watching this, cheers to you. You're doing great things. Keep it up. And for the rest of you guys, I'll see you guys next time. And until then, drink coffee, travel often. I love you. Bye.